Hey guys, I'm Heather, and I'm the oldest. She's the emotional one.
Is it Bruce Dickinson?
Man, why? I mean, like, you read the list. You're like, Heather.
Hey guys, I'm Ben. I'm the middle child.
And he's the practical one.
What I need you to understand is that you have lost all credibility when we get to the cutting stage.
Why?
Kenny Chesney was your second pick.
I'm Beth, and I'm the baby.
She's also the swing vote.
My picks are great. And if you don't believe it, just ask me. I won't argue with you because I'm mature.
Together, we make the Music List podcast. Welcome back to the Music List podcast. We hope you all had a very happy Valentine's Day. For those of you that didn't, this show will be right up your alley. So, we are three siblings that argue while we make music lists.
Yep.
That's the shtick. That's what we do. My name is Ben. With me are my sisters Beth and Heather, and we are going to take on. Sometimes Valentine's Day just doesn't work for some people. Some people, they get bad gifts.
Is that what breaks you up? You said that, you said that in the last episode.
Well, now, if you...
there could be a bad gift.
I hate Valentine's Day. I think it's a stupid
If you
holiday.
are a follower
Yeah.
of the 5 love languages, some people gift giving and gift
That's
receiving
true.
is their love language.
could be. Is that your love language?
What's your love language?
Oh, I think physical touch for me is probably a big one. You know, I love hugs and stuff like that from certain people. Not...
Not any of you.
So
Yeah,
don't just
but-
come up getting the idea
right.
you can hug him at
But-
any time.
So that's a big one for me. I'm not really big on acts of service. That's Kara's. I think
Yeah.
that's my wife. And I like to give gifts. I'm not really about. I think I show love through gift giving. Especially with them. I always make sure that for Kara, I always try to make sure that my gift is thoughtful. It may not be expensive because we don't have a lot of money, but I do try to make it thoughtful and meaningful. So I guess that's one that I like to show, but it's not necessarily one that is important that I receive or whatever. But for some people, gift giving is important. Gift receiving is important. And if you got, the wrong kind of chocolate, or you got white gold and you like gold or yellow gold or whatever, whatever the case. Maybe you had a nasty breakup yesterday. maybe
on Valentine's.
And so you just want to hear some breakup songs. And so we thought we would oblige.
You need some inspiration.
We thought we would have an episode after Thanksgiving Valentine's Day.
It is. It's also after Thanksgiving.
Could be.
Thanksgiving did happen.
Sure. But maybe if you had a bad Valentine's Day and you need some breakup songs, we would like to help you out with that. So our list today are going to be the best 70's breakup songs, the best breakup songs that happened in the pop rock genres, all those subgenres, and we would include soul, Motown, that kind of stuff, I would imagine. So all of that would kind of zero in there. We're talking, pop is real big encompassing.
Broad, yeah.
It is. But when we did have the conversation where we said no R&B, no country, we said pop rock was basically everything except those two.
It's really encompassing. So
one of your picks is either R&B
yeah,
or
so
country,
basically
is
what
you
I'm
think.
hearing is we're going to have to post the receipts on social media. But that's fine. We'll see what happens.
You guys are putting the cart before the horse here. So 70's breakup songs, we're going to draft 9 picks, 3 apiece. And then we're going to try to limit that. We're going to try to cut that down from 9 to 5, and then we're going to try to rank those 5. Best 5, 1 through 5. The best one being 1, the worst of the 5 being 5.
Yeah, that's how that usually works.
That's what we call
how
a ranking
ranking,
system.
yeah.
Yes. So the draft order today is Heather drafts first,
My name
Beth
go first.
drafts second, I draft third, and then in the second round I'll go first, Beth second, Heather third, and then we'll reverse the order again for the third round. So obviously no R&B was some of your criteria. What else was some of your criteria when you were trying to come up with your best 70's breakup songs?
This one is kind of tough for me. Not, I know a lot of 70s songs, but this is far removed from my existence. So you know, I gotta kind of. I'm not saying. I mean, I'm just saying like it wasn't like the last episode was easier for me because I'm going based on like the bank of songs that I grew up with. So this one I had to really kind of do some searching, and I love with a breakup song. I love an angry breakup song, but there aren't a whole lot of them really in that time period.
Not
there
in
are
that-
a few,
in that
but
decade,
yeah. And so that I was kind of disappointed in general with the options, but so I feel like even then this one is more touchy-feely with the breakup songs than I normally would go on another decade or genre.
Yeah, because we kind of mentioned that on the last episode about the different ways you could come at a love song, right?
Yeah.
Like
Lots of different ways to break
a
up.
lot of different ways to break up. And, you know, with the love songs, there was the, oh, we've had this long life. This, you know, we've grown closer together. There's the passion side of love. There's the, you know, y'all didn't like the come hither.
No, we didn't like
I didn't like, yeah, there's a difference.
You know, but, yeah, and y'all are not Conway Twitty fans?
I like Conway with Loretta.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't call myself a
I
fan.
wouldn't call
No.
myself a fan.
Oh, I love Conway. But anyway, that we were getting back into last week's episode. By the way, if you want to go back and if you missed the episode for Best Country Love Songs 2000s, it was a barn burner. I mean, we had to go. I had to go get 3 bowls of popcorn. It was amazing. It was amazing. So, but this time we're doing breakup songs because they all broke up after the last 2 weeks. So, we're going to start with round 1. Heather, what is the number 1 overall pick for 70s breakup songs?
Wasted Time by the Eagles. Maybe the best breakup song ever. It's just sad from the get-go. The intro is sad.
Great delivery, too.
Oh, man.
Well, baby, there you stand with your little head down in your hand. Oh my God, can't believe it's happening again. Your baby's gone and you're all alone, and it looks like the end.
So this isn't an R&B song, but it is very R&B influenced in his vocal delivery.
Well, the Eagles did such a good job of like singing songs in a cadence that is very mimicking a real conversation.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't just that the melodies that the Eagles. I think this is part of the brilliance of the Eagles. Not only their harmony's great, their lyrics are great, their individual voices are great, but they're able to pace the rhythm in which they say the words that it sounds like a conversation.
Right here. You never thought you'd be alone this far down the line. Oh. Hit that bass note.
You're afraid it's all
That little punctuation
Yeah.
on it. You know.
It has one of my favorite lines ever. Sometimes to keep it together,
You got to
you gotta leave it alone. Just a great line.
And I mean, the last line, this song lyrically is just so spot on about a relationship that you're heartbroken about it ending, but you know that you have to. You just have to. Sometimes you don't really want to break up. You just know that it's not going to make it for the long haul. And the last line, so you can get on with your search, baby, and I can get on with mine. And maybe someday we will find that it wasn't really wasted time.
They took the broken road.
Oh, God.
Oh man,
Lord.
I see what you did.
Well, but see, I do.
That was funny, boy.
But what's going to happen is the next people that they date are going to have to
Oh,
deal
man.
with the crap that they bring in from this relationship right here. This breakup right here. 1976, Hotel California. Not much really you can say about it, except I think it's just
unbelievable that you know.
My favorite Eagles song.
Yeah, well, the "Victim of Love" I think is probably my favorite
That's
Eagles
a
song,
very
but
close second.
this one is right up there. But it's amazing this was not a single.
I know.
Maybe we should direct people to our whole Eagles podcast and not spend so much time on this.
Oh, but I love the Eagles. I
do too, but I don't
understand. I don't understand the hate.
There's hate for the Eagles?
There is.
There's a lot of hate for the
What
Eagles.
is wrong with people?
No, John Parham, if you're listening, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Wow. Sorry.
Pew 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 pew.
One of the most musically educated people that I know.
It's
but
just so wrong on the Eagles.
He does not like the Eagles.
Well, that's a
I don't
silly
understand
opinion.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I adore this song, and it is so sad.
It is.
So sad.
It's a quality breakup song, no doubt. Beth.
All right. So my first pick is "It's Too Late" by Carole King. We can listen to a little bit of it. Again, it's that same concept of, you know, we tried, but it didn't work out.
Just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh, no.
And this has such a it has such a bouncy feel to it, but it's so sad.
It is really sad because it's like it's nobody's fault. We both gave it everything we had. We tried, but this just isn't going to work out. And I feel like that's relatable for a lot of people because in a lot of breakups, it's not like there's some huge drama. It's just you both come to the realization like,
It's over.
you're not for me. This isn't going to pan out. And so the relationship has just run its course and we're not working anymore. Critic Robert Christgau said, if there's a truer song about breaking up, then it's too late, then the world, or at least AM radio, isn't ready for it. It is a quintessential breakup song. And I love I love a girl power moment. I think that's a product of growing up in the Spice Girls era, right? I'm just like, I love a song where a girl can be like, I'm taking control. And that's what she's doing here. She's like, listen, one of us has got to suck it up and admit defeat here. And it's going to be me.
And when you take a topical topic like this, and what I mean by that is we're not taking like the best of a band, or we're taking a specific topic.
Yeah.
The lyrics are so important, right? Because that's what drives what the song is about. And we've got Carole King, one of the greatest singer-songwriters ever. Yep. And this is, I would argue, probably her biggest hit.
I don't know.
One of. She's had some
but
big
this would be right up there, and so you would imagine that this would be really, really good lyrically, and I think she hits the mark there.
Yeah. So that's my first round pick. It's Too Late by Carole King. Ben?
Pick one is, here's the interesting thing about this song, is there is no instrumental introduction. It just starts with my man singing. And this is the one that there may be some blowback on, because it did hit number 6 on the R&B chart, but it hit number 3 on the Billboard Top 100 chart. So, which is weird that it actually scored higher on the Billboard Top 100, which means it played on all radio stations. So there's my saving grace for that. It actually played on the pop radio stations more than it did the R&B stations. It was the first major hit for Mr. Bill Withers. Ain't no sunshine.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone.
And interesting thing is he's at this time he's actually not famous yet. So he's working at a 747 factory while he's still working. And there's this line that's coming up here, but he goes, He did not intend for that to happen. He was going to write another verse, but the people right here. There were those that were working in the factory that said that reminds us of working just that chugga of the factory, and so he left it, and that's how that came in to be. He actually, when this became a big hit, and he realized he was going to make music for the rest of his life, the factory gave him a golden toilet seat for an airline. Golden airline toilet seat is his deal to leave there. But
wow.
I think the no instrumental introduction is interesting because sometimes heartbreak kind of hits you that way, that realization that it's over.
Yeah.
It just hits you, and then that's kind of the way the song starts. So to me, this is just number one. Bill Withers is just got that classic voice that can sing almost anything, and you got guys like Booker T working he produced it. You had Stephen Stills played the guitars, and then Terry Manning out of Memphis, who was world famous for his production, did the overdubs and stuff like that, and the engineering on the song out of Memphis. And so that's pretty good for your first album to have guys like that working on it for you. And to me, it's just a classic down in the dumps, we broke up song, and great production, great singing, and just some interesting parts in there that make it a great song. Just that I know part that goes over and over again. Just a classic 70s breakup song, and that was 1978. Just barely made the cut. Beth? No,
You get another
no,
pick?
I get another pick. I hate picking this because I'm not a Fleetwood Mac fan, but I have to recognize a great breakup song when a great breakup song is there, and because they were full of really not good people. I mean, the more I learn about the members of Fleetwood Mac, the more I realize these people are just, they're not joys to be around. But
I might have to get the popcorn this episode.
They didn't work out as couples,
but
for sure.
Because Fleetwood Mac, there's probably a dozen songs you could pick because they like to write songs about each other. I went with "Go Your Own Way," which was written by Lindsey Buckingham about Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, a little bit of an angrier breakup.
It is.
Song. He just comes out with it right at the beginning. This whole album is like, woo, they were going through it.
Yeah.
You had two couples breaking up at the same time.
And of course, Stevie Nicks also wrote songs about him. But what was interesting is as I was researching this particular song, Stevie Nicks had a big problem with some of the lyrics in this song.
I imagine.
Because he said that you're packing up, shacking up, and basically insinuating that she was having a lot of affairs while she was still supposed to be with Buckingham. And she tried to, and as I was reading stories about it, there were, by God, arguments during rehearsal to get those lines removed, and Buckingham refused. He's like, no, they're going in. That's an integral part of the song. They're staying in. And so she said that was very hurtful, and she mentioned that he was determined to make her suffer for the breakup, and she did, is what she said.
Wow.
So,
But
when you-
also, I mean, she benefited a lot from it. That was super successful. so she can't be that mad about it, right?
but what I love about it is that this isn't just a generic breakup song. It's a real breakup song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's written with somebody in mind that they're on stage with.
Yeah.
They are genuinely not getting along, and they have to sing the other person's song or backup, at least
And now
sing
it's a huge
background
hit.
vocal for it.
And you got to sing it for years.
That's right. And you got to sing it for decades. Right? So there are a lot of things that are not only is the song a really good breakup song, but just knowing all that juicy backstory stuff. It's like I want to see a Fleetwood Mac miniseries.
Who was it? There was a band that said they didn't want to tour with Fleetwood Mac because they didn't want to tour with a band with so much dysfunction. And it was kind of funny because it was like
Probably a band with a lot of dysfunction.
whoever said it, it was kind of like, you? Okay.
Well, could have been
I can't
could
remember.
have been the Eagles.
I think it might have been, but I can't remember who I feel like I read said it.
She and Don Henley had a relationship for a long time, and they wrote Leather and Lace.
That's a power couple
They
right
were
there.
together, yeah.
Boy.
All right.
So yeah,
That's a great song.
I love
it
that
is a good song. It's
Great
a
song.
classic breakup song, and kind of hits that angry
Yeah, it does. It hits.
one that you were looking for sure.
Yeah, and
I
then
had it on my list.
John and Christine McVie were breaking up at the same time. They were divorcing
Man.
during all that too. So
They didn't catalog theirs quite as publicly, I think, as Buckingham and
they
Stevie
could live
Nicks.
vicariously through the other two.
So we'll go to the second pick of the second round. Beth?
I got kind of another little. It's a little angry. It's a little stick it to you. Is "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor. So it's a girl power moment. Mm-hmm. Just hear her go on.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space.
It's a little jam, isn't it? I see you dancing.
It's definitely disco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the whole song just about I was hurt, but now I've moved on, and you're coming back, and I don't really care. Like you tried to hurt me, but I'm over it. You thought you could walk right back into my life, but sucks to suck, basically. And I like that. I love a take charge moment of like that's what you thought was going to happen, but you was wrong. So and it's such a happy sound.
Yeah.
But she's really just saying like, screw you, bro. Like and I like that a lot. Like those are the kind of songs I love. Yeah. So I don't think there's a lot to say about it, but yeah, I Will Survive.
All right. Well, my second pick is an answer to "Go Your Own Way." Same album, off the Rumors album. It's Silver Springs, and this is now. I tend to get emotionally invested, but this is not just my favorite. Breakups. This is my and for me to say this is a big deal. This is my favorite song of all time. In the history of songs, this is my favorite song ever. So, it was actually the B-side of "Go Your Own Way," which
That's another dig.
That's another dig.
They're
it really
so
is.
savage.
But here's the awesome thing. Like, you can go ahead and. So they get back. They put this on the Rumors album. It's a B-side to his, breakup song. Well, so then they go back out on tour in 1997. And of course they film their concert, The Dance. They put, kind of a greatest hits album together. And they released this time as a single. And they, record the concert, and it is so intense. The performance, she is just looking at him the whole time, and she's like pointing at him, and she's basically just screaming at him. Like, you'll never get away from the sound of the woman that loves you, and he's just having to sit there and play his guitar solo and take it. And can you tell me, was it worth it? Really, I don't want to know. And time cast its spell on you, but you won't forget me. I know I could have loved you, but you wouldn't let me. I mean, she's got stuff to say back. so maybe a little bit delayed, but she gets to answer. And the lyrics, the melody, the harmonies of this, they're so, I mean, Christine McVie is the icing on this song, and her harmonies. I could go on ad nauseum about this song, but it's my favorite song of all time.
It's a good. I mean, you know, the Fleetwood Mac and the Eagles are really a lot alike. I mean, if you really kind of,
they are.
You know, with the emphasis on lyrics, very similar harmonies with them as well. And then there's almost kind of this, and I kid you all the time just because I know it. You love Fleetwood Mac. I kid about them being a folk band. But they both have a folk element to them.
They do.
The Eagles and Fleetwood Mac certainly do. Now somehow the Eagles get away with it by kind of calling it country rock, or they'll call it California rock or something like that. But Fleetwood Mac has never really disowned their folk roots.
And they changed a lot when they got Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. It definitely turned into more of that, because before they got Buckingham and Nicks, they were very more blues influenced, and they changed everything about their sound. And so I think, you know, especially with her mystical persona that she has, I think she would probably not be insulted by that at all. So there is a folk element for sure in that band.
All right, so here we go. We are now going to go to round 3. And so far, let's just recap. Round 1, we had Wasted Time selected by the Eagles. It's Too Late by Carole King. Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. Round 2, we had 2 Fleetwood Mac songs, Go Your Own Way and Silver Spring. And then also I Will Survive. So Heather, you get the first pick of the last round.
Okay, this is really, of my top 3, this is the only one that's kind of angry-ish. It's You're So Vain by Carly Simon. There is much speculation, but this lyric, you're where you should be all the time. When you're not, you're with some underworld spy or the wife of a close friend.
Man.
You probably think this song is about you.
Well, that kind of narrows it down.
Yeah, it's so specific that it's like, if it's about you, you definitely know it.
I think the person the most common theory is that it is ultimately about Warren Beatty. She had relationships with several famous men, and she has alluded to the fact that it's a compilation of it's a compilation of a lot of the men that she had dated. She ultimately married James Taylor, but that was like a month before this was released, and so it's pretty definitive that it's not about James Taylor.
He seems like a nice guy.
I don't think he would do that to anybody. Yeah.
He doesn't seem vain to me.
Yeah, he really doesn't. But the most common theory is that it's about Warren Beatty, like I said.
Now, is there a story where somebody paid her money and that's the only person that knows who the song is actually about?
Yes, and supposedly she told Howard Stern, but he doesn't remember, which I'm not buying.
Oh,
no way. You would remember that.
Because, okay, somebody pays me a lot of money, I'll let them know, but I'm not just, of all the people to tell,
right.
Howard Stern would not be the one person. No disrespect, Howard. If you want to,
yeah, he's listening.
Yeah, right.
If you want to give us a plug, go ahead. But I wouldn't tell you my deepest, darkest secret.
Mick Jagger sang the backups to this, and some speculation is that it's about him, but it's pretty much been disproven that it is indeed about Mick Jagger. Harry Nilsson, who sang the song "Without You," was originally slated to sing the backups. And she ran into Mick Jagger in the studio and said, "Hey, why don't you come and sing these backups with us?" And supposedly, according to Harry Nilsson, when they sang, he said, "You guys have got this sounds great." So he backed out, and Mick Jagger sang the backup.
I wonder if he kicks himself for that. I would.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just remember just the lyrics across the board are so good. They're so passive aggressive.
They really
are. And I just remember when we'd be listening in the car. I don't know if Dad did this with y'all, but there's one part on the backups where the backup singer is so vain, and he'd be like, "Stop! You hear that?
Yes,
so good."
He would.
He just wanted us to hear that one backup.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just a good little dig of a song. And
Another kind of angry one. I mean, we made
Yeah.
we kind of made some comments
notes.
about there not being a lot of them, but we've come through, I think, with some nice angry ones.
I like really angry ones. Like You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Like I like
That's
that kind of
definitely
angry.
angry.
I like the really angry
because
ones.
when you go through a breakup, there is a stage, whether or not it's mutual.
Yeah.
There's a bit of an FU period of that breakup, no matter what happens.
We gotta watch that explicit.
It's not explicit.
She's just working through the alphabet.
This Sesame Street episode is brought to you by the letter
Let F and you. And the number one.
Man.
Let me turn it up.
Oh man. So are we ready for my pick?
Yes.
Okay. My last pick is "Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word" by Elton John.
Oh my gosh.
What do I do to make you want me?
I love Elton.
If you don't just weep,
What have I gotta do to be heard?
I don't know if you have a soul.
It was really sad. Hearing him perform this is moving.
It's all over. Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
He didn't do it when I saw him.
Oh no.
I was so sad.
He did it in Nashville.
So sad. It's a sad situation.
He's so good. Oh my gosh. So, there's a relatively long quote by Bernie. It's a pretty simple idea, but one that I think everyone can relate to at one point or another in their life. That whole idealistic feeling people get when they want to save something from dying when they basically know deep down inside that it's already dead. It's that heartbreaking, sickening part of love that you wouldn't wish on anyone if you didn't know that it's inevitable that they're going to experience it one day. And I've kind of seen it, and I just doing the list and knowing what I had put together, it's almost like it's too late. It's almost like the two perspectives, and like this is the guy and the woman is, and he's trying to hold on to it and saying like, what do I have to do? And she's like, nah, it's done. This has run its course. And so seeing those two songs paired up was an interesting way to kind of see them afresh, which was cool to me. Yeah, so love Elton, and that's another one of those songs that's like, it's heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're so desperate to keep something in your hand, but you know you have to let it go.
And if you've ever been through, a breakup, big or small, and like it's a sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd.
Yeah, the lengths that you'll go to keep it.
It's just
to try and keep it together.
That is, I mean, it's so truthful.
Yeah,
and that's what makes the song so heartbreaking, because you're like, that's it.
Yeah,
this is absurd.
And it was one of the only. Usually, Bernie Taupin would start with the lyrics, and in this instance, Elton was sitting at the piano and was just kind of messing around, and he came up with that lyrical line or that melody, and he was like, "Hold up, don't do anything else. I'm gonna be right back." Yeah, and he comes back with this amazing song. Yeah. Like their pairing and their partnership was just incredible, and so this is just one of the fruits of their labor. So.
Side note: have you ever seen the clip with Elton John writing lyrics to the guy's Oven Directions?
No, but
it's on YouTube, and it's
love him. He can do everything.
It's crazy.
All right, Ben.
Okay. This is the last pick. Is that the last pick that we have?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So this is another song. You know what we've learned is that real true stories make for great songs. Right? I mean, like when it's
I'm interested to see where this is
I
going.
know.
when you have a real life situation and you turn it into a song, that's a good start. So, for example, let's pretend for a moment that you're a world famous guitar player and you're in love with one of your best friend's wives.
Oh.
We know where we're going with this
Yeah,
yet?
we do.
So obviously, Eric Clapton and George Harrison were very close friends, and he was in love with Patty Boyd, infatuated, and Bell Bottom Blues is written for her and about her. And this is a great song.
Great.
It's good delivery too.
It's amazing. And Clapton is not a great vocalist,
Right.
but he delivers this song. He can deliver a great sad song.
Yeah.
His voice is tailor-made for it.
He's kind of got that same quality that Willie Nelson has, you know, when
Yeah.
you can just, you believe it.
Yeah. And so I mean, this is one of those, you know,
Those backups are raw.
while it was written with the intent not necessarily about a breakup, because he and Patty Boyd didn't break up. He was just like, he wanted Patty Boyd. But the lyrics, you know, lend itself to a breakup song, right? Like, give me one more day. Well, you have to have a day in order to have one more day. And there's a lot of breakup lines in there. But I mean, it's just, it absolutely, no doubt, had 70s teenagers crying and drying their tears on their shag carpets and their tie-dye comforters
Well, he did get the girl.
with nothing, with nothing
and
but the
lost the girl.
light shining from their lava lamps to highlight their tear-stained cheeks.
Where did you find that somewhere? Did you make that up?
I wrote that.
Wow, Ben. Wow.
Oh.
I'm going to add that to Wikipedia. That's good. That's good.
And you. Ben was born in 1980, by the way.
Music critic Ben Dial states.
But I've watched that 70s show a whole bunch of times.
Okay. Yeah.
But here's what I'll say is that, like, there are lyrics. He sings every lyric exactly the way that lyric needs to be. So, like,
Yes.
there are so many almost like moans of just like, oh, you know, or he'll kind of trail off as he's singing a line, and it just makes it seem like he's crying his way through it. Just a tremendous delivery. And of course, he's a guitar genius, really. I mean, but just, you know, do you want to see me crawl across the floor to you? You know, it's just, you know, I don't want to lose this feeling. So even though he's, you know, it's even that, having that angst about this is somebody I want so bad. I don't even want that to go away. I mean, think about how much you have to love somebody to not be able to get them, but you don't even want that feeling to go away. That's incredible. That's a good line. It's a good stuff. And,
You're working really hard to make your case.
well, it's the last pick. It's kind of like Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL
It's
draft.
kind of like Bruce Dickinson.
Oh God.
No, I think we can all agree this was even a better pick than Bruce Dickinson, right?
Lots of things were better picks than Bruce Dickinson.
I mean, yeah. If that, are you about to try? You're trying to get us to agree so you can come back later and say, "But look
Well,
at
if
what
it's-
you said."
If
No,
it's a better pick than Bruce Dickinson,
but
Bruce
that's not
made the
saying
top
a whole
five.
lot.
Well, Bruce made the
You know
top
what else
five.
was a
Pretty
better
good
pick than?
Yeah, if we could go back and
David Lee
redo
Roth
that, I
was a
think.
better
Yeah.
pick than Bruce.
But we can't.
No, we can't.
So we have 9 songs. Beth, can you tell us what they are, please?
All right. Ben has chosen "Ain't No Sunshine," "Go Your Own Way," and "Bell Bottom Blues." Heather has chosen. Sorry. I got distracted. I'm sorry. I think.
Somebody making noise in the studio.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. I have a mental illness.
Somebody had to go poo.
I don't know.
I think we're editing
sorry.
that part out.
Woo! Okay. No, leave it in. It's fine. Okay. Sorry. Woo! All right. Heather has chosen "Wasted Time," "Silver Springs," and "You're So Vain." And my choices are "It's Too Late," "I Will Survive," and "Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word." Ben,
And
would
so,
you like to take us into the next-
let's talk a little bit about the songs that we didn't get. I almost selected "Love Hurts" by Nazareth as my last pick, but I like Bell Bottom Blues so much more. So Love Hurts was on my list. If You Leave Me Now by Chicago was on my list, and Wild Horses by Rolling Stones.
Mm-hmm. Also a very good song.
And also Angie could have been on the list, but I only had... But I only felt like one Rolling Stone songs was enough, and so I put Wild Horses on there.
Okay.
What Heather? What did you have on there that on your list that didn't make the cut?
Also had Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. Hair of the Dog by Nazareth. That's a fun song to sing when you're angry and done with somebody and they're trying to be silly. Not that I would know from experience, but I know from experience. The Winner Takes It All by ABBA.
That's a very you pick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, the lyrics are great. And I will say that if you have never seen the movie version of Mamma Mia, Meryl Streep performing this song is a masterclass in song delivery and the visuals of it and the phrasing of it. It's amazing. I did have I Will Survive. You're No Good by Linda Ronstadt, which is also a good I'm Done With You song. And this does fall into the country category, but it was my number 9 pick anyway, and it was I Will Always Love You.
Who is this?
I think that was me that gurgled that time.
Dang.
Okay, it was you.
I don't even know.
Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't.
All right, so
I'm pretty sure it was me, though, but we can say it was you.
I also had Go Your Own Way. I had Emotion by Samantha Sang and the Bee Gees. I love that song so much. And also the Destiny's Child version.
Man, disco came in strong.
Yeah.
Well,
70s.
Yeah. You're So Vain. I had that as well. Love Hurts by Nazareth. You're No Good. I had those as well. If You Leave Me Now. And Without You by Harry Nilsson. So.
Oh, that song, that just rips your heart out, man.
Yeah, but I can't hear that without thinking of the that video that's going around the internet where that person
Kenley
Ali Badi Without You.
Okay, so now we have 9 songs. We have to go to 5, cut it to 5. So this is our 9 to 5 segment.
Working 9 to 5.
All right.
Coming in hot.
So,
boy.
I would like
been a minute.
I would like to start with this.
Ooh.
I'd like to put one of my picks in right now.
We'll see. Butthole, that's where you're wrong.
Did you say
Oh.
That's what I said. That's the only word that was appropriate because you were making.
I thought he was going to say butt. Oh, that's where you're wrong.
I thought he said
no.
butthole. I thought he said butthole. You're wrong.
I mean, there are a lot of ways to interpret this.
Along with buttholes, let me say this. You made an assumption which makes a you-know-what out of you and me.
So anyway, what pick
What
of
were you
yours
gonna
are you
say?
trying to put in?
I was going to say Wasted Time was my number 2 song on my list. I was wanting to know if we could just go ahead and move it over
Oh, yeah, I agree.
into the top 5.
I agree. Yeah, let's do it.
That is why.
Oh.
But now I almost want to take it
No,
back.
I apologize.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize now because you're going to retaliate later.
All right, so that's done.
Wasted time.
So you're good with that, Beth?
Yeah.
Was Wasted Time on your list?
It wasn't. I think I don't know why. I guess I just didn't think about it. It's one of my favorite songs ever, but so I'm good with it.
Okay. Is it easier to... Are there any more that we think we should definitely move over, or would it be easier to maybe start removing some?
Did we all have You're So Vain? Or did...
I had it, but I mean,
I did not have your song on my list.
I'm not super passionate about it. I think maybe later we could revisit. I would revisit it, but I'm not willing to say that necessarily right at this moment.
Okay. For some reason, I thought he had it too, but...
What, You're So Vain?
Yeah.
Nope. What about... What if we moved... I don't know. Well, there were this was we didn't have near a lot of overlap. I think
I had Go Your Own Way at number 3, so I naturally would.
And that's where I had it because Wasted Time was my number 2. So Go Your Own Way was my number 3.
Heather, are you okay with that going in?
I love the song, and I know that of course I love Silver Springs more, but I still love Go Your Own Way, and I apologize, Stevie. But I agree. It's a great song, and it is.
She's not going to put a spell on us for this, is she?
On YouTube, maybe
a hex.
I don't know how witchcraft works.
I don't either.
I think it depends.
Is she a witch?
I mean, she played one in American Horror Story.
That's true.
But I mean,
it's believable
is she
to me.
one? Like,
I don't know her.
She's kind of.
I've never met the woman, so I don't know.
Is there any evidence to suggest that she?
I don't know.
I think she just has that aesthetic.
But have you seen her? I mean, the woman's 70 years old, and
she looks
about
darn good. Yeah,
40.
she's. If there's some drinking some infant blood going on, I think she might have done it.
Rat's tails and owl feathers and stuff.
So since we put Go Your Own Way in, are we willing to cut Silver Springs? Because I mean that's 2 Fleetwood Mac songs out of these. I don't have any personal connection to it. I don't have it. It speaks to me not a bit, but that's me.
I don't have Silver Springs in my top.
I didn't
9.
have it at all either. Are we willing to cut it?
I mean, I am because
I am too.
I understand.
Ooh, is this too easy? Are we about to have some?
It does hurt my soul a little bit.
It would be rough to have, I think, 2 Fleetwood Mac songs in the top 5. Even though, I mean, they were quite the.
Yeah, they were a powerhouse in the 70s. They
were very. There was a lot of angst there.
A lot of breaking up.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so we've got 1 out and 1 in. No, 2 in.
2 in and 1 out.
2 in and 1 out. Heather, if you could cut 1, what would it be?
We have Ain't No Sunshine, Bell Bottom Blues, You're So Vain, It's Too Late, I Will Survive, and Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word.
They're all good. Okay, hear me out. I would cut Bell Bottom Blues because that's before they even got together to break up.
That is true.
Later, they did break up. They did get together eventually. He got the girl. I mean, I know he pined for her, but that's like a pining for you song, not really.
Okay, so explain the lyric.
Almost more of a love song.
Explain the lyric then. Do you want to hear me beg you to take me back? If it's not a breakup song, explain that. Do you want to hear me beg you? If it's not a breakup song, how does that line factor in?
Well, he may have just come up with the idea and then to make it.
I need a rhyme.
To make it work in the song, he just needed a line.
Or maybe
that
idea was the foundation of the song, but he wrote a breakup song.
Could be.
Okay, so it's a breakup song. Great.
But
so let's don't say it's not a breakup song. It's clearly a breakup song. Give me one more day, please.
I'd like some popcorn, please.
Well, we have to argue. That's what people tune in for.
You asked me what I would cut.
I'm here for it.
That's what I would cut. I think it's a fantastic song.
Well, I don't like your opinion. Beth, what would you cut?
Okay. You're not going to like this. But I do agree with Heather.
On what grounds?
On the same grounds. That's why I said I agree with her.
Okay, so you explain the line. Pretty Please with a cherry on top. Do you want to hear me beg you to take me back?
Is that in the song Pretty Please with a cherry on top?
No. Do you want to hear me beg you to take me back? What's that in reference to if it's not a breakup song?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
See, what you guys are doing is you're taking the background of the story and applying that.
Well, you use the background of the story.
Right. You started with it and you were like, here's, we've already established that the truth is the best way to write a breakup song.
That's right.
Oh, no.
That's what you come in with, and then you're like,
that's right.
But it's not real.
We're not voting on the background story. We're voting on the song. We're judging the song.
Yeah, I hear you. But like you said, that that was like the basis. That was like your argument for why the song was so good.
No, I
was that it was the truth. The truth is the.
I was simply giving background to the song.
It seems more of an unrequited love song.
No, it doesn't. It's an unrequited love backstory. It is a breakup song.
Yikes.
But the song is clearly a breakup song. The lyrics make it a breakup song.
Okay, table it.
Okay.
Beth, what would you cut? Don't just skip me and then come back to somebody else.
Well, here's what you're really not gonna like is that I think "Ain't No Sunshine" is not a pop rock song. I don't think it fits the genre that we set forth. When we said no R&B, no country, that song sits solidly in R&B for me. And it's the same complaint I had with The Story last time. I love the song. I think it's a great song. I think it's a great breakup song. But I don't think it fits the genre parameters that we set for this list. And I understand that it charted on the charts.
Rock station.
I hear that, but like
so it charts on the rock station.
If it just because it charts on the pop station
and it charts on the pop that means that it's
that doesn't mean that it's a pop song. Because like I don't know.
That's what you
some
call a
country
crossover hit.
But
crossover
that doesn't mean that it's
both.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No. Because there are some songs that sound super country that charted on pop, but you would say that they're country songs, but they charted on the pop charts. But you would still say that, yeah, that's a country song. I can't give you an example right now because I don't have one off the top of my head, but you would say.
You made the claim.
No, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I'm saying that's what you would say because you're a country guy. You'd be like, yeah, that's country. Country claims that song. But like, Ain't No Sunshine is an R&B song. To me. And so therefore, I would say it doesn't fit this list. For all three, it has to check 3 boxes: pop rock, breakup, 70s.
I'm taking
to me,
all
it
your
hits
songs
2 of them.
off. I vote I take all of your songs.
I think that's petty and silly,
all of your remaining
but you
songs.
can be that way if you want to. I just don't,
I think I do want to.
Okay, you're that's fine. That's fine, but yeah, I mean, you asked me my opinion and now you didn't like it. And I calmly gave it to you, so.
You can be wrong. It's America. I would, my cut would be I Will Survive. I just don't like the song.
So can I ask you why?
Well, I don't like it.
No, I don't care about that. So why? You ask both of us. Here's the thing I don't understand with your pettiness. Why are you targeting me and not Heather when she also?
Hey.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm asking where's the logic because
it's the one
why'd you pick on me?
It's the one I like the least.
Okay, well, whatever. Hers is the song. Whatever, it's fine.
We already cut one of mine.
Yeah. I mean, if you both want to cut it, then you can both cut it. That's fine. I'll not vote for that.
Never mind, I can't. It was number 4 on my list. I can't cut that one.
Yes, you can.
So that's how petty you are. Dang, boy. It was in your top 5, and you're like, I'm going to cut it because I don't like you.
If I was petty, I wouldn't have told you.
They didn't like you.
He's like, I'm mad at you. I'll cut all your songs, even if I wanted them. Man.
Okay.
Sounds like I'm the practical one.
My next least favorite song is probably You're So Vain. I've never liked that song. I've never liked it. I've always thought it was silly.
We're all just like, I don't like this song, and I don't like your song, and I don't like you.
I don't like. I mean,
So
I know it's the
Your song.
I know it's the point of the song, but I'm like, if he does think the song is about him, he's right.
You're so vain.
That doesn't make him vain. That makes him correct.
But if you're
Well, it would
if
be
the song's
vain.
not about you, then you are vain.
Right. If it's not about
Well, it's only
him,
about one
yeah.
person.
Huh?
If it's only about one person, so everybody else is vain
Right, but then it's not about that person. That makes that person wrong.
and vain.
I just always thought it was a ridiculous lyric.
I just consulted the Googles, by the way, and it says Bell Bottom Blues is a song written by Eric Clapton and performed by Derek and the Dominoes. In bold print, it says it deals with Clapton's unrequited love for Patty Boyd, the wife of his friend George Harrison. If your love is unrequited, then you cannot break up.
Okay, so how do you beg them to take you back?
Well, I don't know, but he just wrote a lyric that doesn't go. I mean,
So everything on the internet is true.
it's Wikipedia.
Yeah, there we go.
But I'm just saying that
She's
the
a
internet,
teacher for crying out loud.
that the internet agrees with me that it is a song about unrequited love.
I agree that that was the foundation for why the song was written, but the lyrics.
Okay, there's one lyric
the
in there that
lyrics-
doesn't make any sense for the rest of
no,
the song. It's
there
a song
are
about
two.
unrequited love, and
Do
you can't
you
break
want-
up if it's unrequited.
No, give me one more day, please. There's at least two.
Well,
There's at least two
2 what days?
lyrics about it being a breakup song.
What? Give me one more day,
Please.
please. Well, he's polite.
How do you have one more day if you
one
have
more day
no
to
more
what,
days
though?
together?
He doesn't. No,
Oh,
no.
okay. What's your theory on what one more day is?
Well, I don't. I've got to look at
Well, you-
all the lyrics. I don't know, but I don't think that it's a breakup song. I just don't think it's a breakup song. I don't think they were together. You can have feelings for somebody. You can have feelings for each other
No,
and
okay.
still be not together. And if you're not together, you can't break up.
Now, I'm gonna try to be polite here. Okay, like
Well, there's no need
our
to-
dad was in movies, right?
Uh-huh.
And have you seen? Sometimes it says based on a true story.
Yeah.
It is not necessarily the true story. It took the nugget of a story and made something out of it.
I don't know.
That's what happened
I'm
here.
trying to be polite. Basically.
So
Just because you say it louder doesn't mean that it makes it more true.
Oh, I got a headache. This is funny, boy.
Based on actual events.
yeah, but it's based on a true story. It's not the true story. Think of it that way. This song was
My way.
Let's
this song was
reframe this.
based on a true story, but it's not the story.
Okay.
This is disgusting. I just want to say this. Is disgusting.
So you had "I Will Survive" at number 4. You also had it in your top 5.
I may move it down.
No, you can't. It's locked in. Heather, are you okay with "I Will Survive" being in the top 5?
I think so.
What's left?
What's left?
"Ain't No Sunshine," "Bell Bottom Blues," "You're So Vain," "It's Too Late," "I Will Survive," "Sorry" seems to be the hardest word. Is there something else you would solidly move over?
I mean, I Will Survive. It was on my list. It was number 7.
So it was on all 3 of our lists. And it was in your top 5 as well, Ben.
Was.
Is. I mean, that's just math, right? You want to do the addition and the division and stuff that you and we can compare it to Bell Bottom Blues if you want.
Okay. 900. That's 9 divided by 3 is 3.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Pretty good. Do what you're gonna do. Let me know. No, I mean, are y'all both? You're against Bell Bottom Blues?
I wouldn't put it in the top 5, no.
Ridiculous. Well, I'm not going to win that argument, which is ridiculous. But I apologize to Eric Clapton. I apologize to his friend and recently deceased Jeff Beck. How dare you?
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. Sorry. I mean, I feel bad that he died. I don't
And
feel
the
bad
rest-
for not putting
And the
song on
rest
the
of
list.
the ex Yardbirds.
This is Derek and the Dominoes.
I understand, but they. I actually
Eric
said
Clapton
that.
and every one of his friends.
Everyone
right.
he's ever played with.
George Harrison himself.
I don't think George Harrison gives
I don't-
a
yeah.
rip
Well, no, he's dead.
about how he felt about Patty
doesn't.
Boyd.
He doesn't care about anything.
Oh,
Dang.
That's
right.
unbelievable. I thought that was my best pick. It was my best pick.
Then why didn't you put it number one?
Y'all are wrong.
Why wasn't it number one?
Y'all are wrong.
Then why didn't you put it number one?
Because I just Bruce Dickinson myself into thinking this was the best pick. That's why.
Okay. All right. So we have 2 spots. We have Ain't No Sunshine, You're So Vain, It's Too Late, and Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word.
I think You're So Vain should go in. And it was on your list too.
It was.
Is there any other song that's on?
Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word was on both of our lists.
Yeah, well.
But it's not yours. So
okay. Well,
why are you
I think you have your answer
Wait,
right there.
It was.
Ben's like, wait a minute.
It was on. Sorry, seems to be the hardest word. Was on your list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it on your list?
No.
No, he wouldn't have had that on.
But I'm just saying, if we're.
I'm saying I just don't think. I don't think you.
I'm not.
I've
a big
never heard
Elton
you.
John
Yeah.
fan. I'm not a big Elton John.
I'm just saying that if that's some criteria that we're using, those are the 2 songs that were on 2 people's lists.
Was Love Hurts on your list?
Nobody drafted
I'm
that
just
song.
asking.
What do you?
I'm just asking.
You're trying to draft
I'm
it up.
just
Love
asking.
Hurts was on my list. Yeah, but
Was it on your
it
list?
doesn't
No.
matter.
Hair the Dog.
It's
was
irrelevant.
the Nazareth song on my list.
I would like to replace one of my
He's trying
picks.
to salvage this the best he can.
Ben is like, I would like to change the whole rules of the game.
The whole format of the show.
Yeah.
I'm tired of just getting one song on.
Did you only get one? Did you only get one last time?
I did. I think. Yeah.
Me too.
You got 3?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You got all your
No,
songs?
no, fake news. No.
No. Yes, it is.
No.
That is what happened, and that's why I'm sitting there.
Whoa, yeah, I did.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, people.
Dang.
Okay.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Shoot.
She only gets one this time.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, come
So
on.
You're So Vain and Ain't No Sunshine.
No, come on.
You
We
can
did
pick
have a-
Ain't No Sunshine or Bell Bottom Blues, Beth. Which one?
No, I'm not doing that. So you're doing that because I had all 3 last time. That is so the integrity of the whole thing is out the window because you mad because I got 3 picks last time that I didn't even remember. Come on now, y'all are petty. Y'all are petty. You're not even doing this for the right reasons. Y'all just trying to win, not trying to make the best lists.
Well, we can't make the best list because y'all have taken Bell Bottom Blues off the list.
And put Bless the Broken Road on the last one.
Oh my gosh.
I brought it up.
Ooh,
That's
these
right.
folks, they don't forget.
Okay. All right. So I guess
It's been so.
It's been
It's been 2
been
weeks.
so long.
Get over it.
It's been 84 years.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. So
I mean,
go ahead.
If that's how y'all want to do it, I mean, I'll
time out.
agree
So-
to the
so you-
last parameters. Of
You've
it.
taken Bell Bottom Blues off. Mm-hmm. What? We have how many slots left? 2.
2.
What songs are left?
Ain't No Sunshine, which is an R&B song. You're So Vain. It's Too Late, and Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word.
I really don't like You're So Vain. I really don't like it. Don't like it. Nope.
Well, when I said that last 2 weeks ago,
Last time.
last time I said I just don't like Bless the Broken Road. Well, tell us why. And that's not a good reason.
Well, I've told you why. I think the lyrics are stupid. I think the premise is wrong. But it's the logical side of me thinking, well, if he thinks the song's about him, if he didn't think this, would you rather be incorrect or vain? I guess
It doesn't matter what.
because if he
they
doesn't think
want.
it's about him,
Well, if you're incorrect, then you're
Then
both.
Yeah. And
Then you're
so
vain and you're incorrect.
so it's better for him to think the song is about him.
if he's the guy that it is about.
Right. It is better than for him to think that the song is about him. But she means for the lyric to be negative towards him.
Yeah.
So it's stupid.
No.
Because if he doesn't think it, it's wrong, it's bad. If he does think it, it's wrong, it's bad. So she put him in a precarious, no-win situation.
She didn't give 2 rat ski hats about the position
Yeah,
she puts
so-
him in.
It's stupid. It's woman-splaining, and I don't like it.
What? That's not even a thing.
It's not a thing. Oh man.
I don't like it.
He just mad, but
I'm not mad. I'm hurt.
You're about to hurt yourself all the way into having none of your songs.
No, go your own ways in there.
Oh, okay.
We've already voted on that. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Have we?
it's a little tense right now. So, what do we want to do?
So we're taking out You're So Vain? That's what we're doing?
I don't know. That is I say no, you say yes. That's a swing vote.
Ooh.
Even though you had it on your list, didn't you?
I did have it on my list. Here's what I would do. Oh my God, you're gonna be mad though. I would cut Ain't No Sunshine before I would cut You're So Vain. Now, literally, what I would do would put It's Too Late and Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. Those are the two I favor. So if y'all two are mad at each other and you just want to cut each other's songs, I can put those other two. It's Too Late and Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word over there.
And what?
So you want to get all three of yours in again?
I'm just saying,
Right?
if y'all
That's what
two,
you're saying?
I'm not doing it for that reason. I think that they're the best two that are left, obviously, because I picked them. But if y'all are mad at each other and y'all want to fight to the death and
Are we
cut
gonna let her
both of
have
your
three
songs,
songs?
I'm
both
not mad at anyone. I'm just disappointed in you.
okay, okay. And I can take that, but that's what I would do. You're asking me my opinion. My opinion would be obviously to put my two songs over there, because I think Ain't No Sunshine is an R&B song, and You're So Vain you also don't like, and I think my two songs are better than that one. It's not. If I thought that it was better a breakup song than any of these other ones, I would say no. I think You're So Vain should go over the side, but I think there are stronger ones left.
Okay, so let's take it one step at a time. I would cut You're So Vain. Which one would you cut of the ones that are left? Your number one cut.
My number one cut would be Ain't No Sunshine, because
Okay.
I don't think it fits the thing.
What would your number one cut be?
Either Ain't No Sunshine or It's Too Late.
Okay, so it sounds like Ain't No Sunshine ain't gonna make it. Is what it sounds like.
I don't
Because
know.
because here's the thing.
You could make her pick between Ain't No Sunshine and It's Too Late.
I could,
I'm just saying.
but then when we have to make another cut, it's going to be the next cut on her list and the first cut on your list. So it ain't going to make it either way.
No, I'm saying you could pit those two together against each other right now.
I understand, and one of them would go out, and then we would still have to cut another one, and then it's going to if it doesn't go out this time, it's still going to be the first one you want to cut, and now it's going to be the first one she wants to cut.
Okay.
Because the only one in front of it went out. So there's no way Ain't Gonna Sunshine's going to make it. There's no way. So we can go ahead and kick it out for expediency's sake,
Okay.
even though you're wrong. So, okay, so now...
And you've already said you don't want You're So Vain, so she's going to get 3 of her songs on there
But it's
again.
not about that.
It is a little bit about that.
If that's what this whole thing were about, then
Okay,
there
so we have 2 slots left, and what are the 3 songs? It's Too Late.
It's Too Late. Sorry seems to be the hardest word, and You're So Vain. Obviously, you know what I would cut, because the other ones are mine. So that means, Ben, you basically decide the last 2 spots.
Right.
I can tell you that if I had to list 1 through 10, I probably would still not put Elton John on my list.
So you would say You're So Vain, even though you hate that song, or you dislike it strongly, you would pick it you would say it's a better breakup song than Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word.
I don't know. Let's see. What do we have in there right now?
Wow, sorry.
It was you this time.
Ooh, that's that one. No, wait, cut that. Wasted time. Go your own way, and I will survive.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's cut. How many songs do we have left?
We have
Just
3
3?
songs and 2 spots. So basically, you and it's one of Heather's and 2 of mine. So you're picking which one to cut and which to go in, essentially, because obviously we know how we're going to land.
Okay. I still want to cut I Will Survive. I still don't like that. That's my least favorite one of the whole bunch. Heather, which one do you want to cut?
Will, I would cut.
It's Too Late's the one that you want to cut, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be the one I cut.
Gosh, Beth's gonna have two. She's gonna have 2 weeks in a row with all three of her picks.
Man, y'all are.
That's ridiculous.
I'm coming with the hits.
Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
So
I mean, here's what we could do. If you hate I Will Survive that much, we could cut it and we can put the last three in. You're So Vain, It's Too Late, and Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word, and we could take out I Will Survive.
doesn't matter
if that makes y'all feel better that I don't get 2 weeks. If that's your only criteria, if that's what's keeping y'all from making a decision, is the petty reason that has nothing to do with the category.
Once again,
we can do that.
I was clearly leading up to I was going to cut You're So Vain. I was clearly leading up to that.
I don't care. It's just just keep it. Let's keep it to the actual matter at hand. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say I'll cut You're So Vain.
Cool. Me too. Here we go. I mean, is that your decision? Or are you mad at me now? And you?
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm
just disappointed. Yeah.
I'm mad at everybody
but
now.
Yes, so that's fine. Beth will get 6 songs in the last 2 episodes.
That's your fault.
No, we could have. I picked amazing songs and y'all cut them down.
All right, now we got to rank them.
Okay, so we had 9. We're down to 5. Oh my God, we got to rank them. Jeez. Okay, so I would put Wasted Time 1. And then I would put Go Your Own Way 2. That would be me.
I mean, those are the only ones we didn't really have any hullabaloo about, so I would say that makes sense. All right, now let's rank my songs.
I would put I Will Survive last.
Okay. Heather, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And probably Elton John 4.
I would put Elton John 3. But he was, I mean, because that was number 4 on my list.
Well, It's Too Late was my number 1, so I would put it higher. So
yeah, I would too. I
would.
Okay. So I think we've got a top 5.
That wasn't so hard.
For someone who does not care if they've got 3 songs or not,
I don't.
in the list, she's like,
I don't.
Well,
I don't. Like, that's not what it's about for me. I'm type 1 on the Enneagram. I just want things to be done right and by the rules.
Great. So what's the top 5?
Yeah, so
Let's
anyway.
read the top 5.
Y'all are so petty. Woo, bitter in here. All right. The final ranking. Best pop rock breakup songs of the 70s. Wasted Time, Go Your Own Way, It's Too Late, Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word, and I Will Survive. Ooh, they mad. They big mad. Get them a cape and they can be super mad.
Yeah. You know.
Dang.
It is what it is. It is what it is. And
see you next time on the list. Bye. So follow us on.
So just because Wikipedia is now a source that we can use.
It's not peer reviewed.
Under genre.
Yeah.
For Ain't No Sunshine, it's listed as R&B.
First off, yeah.
Sure. Soul, blues, and folk rock.
Yeah, so that is like, yeah.
Thank
you for proving my point.
It was a folk rock song.
All right, so anyway, follow us on social media. What are the handles? I'm not in control of them.
Instagram is The Real Music List Podcast.
And then the Facebook groups are The Music List Podcast.
And just The Music List.
Okay.
Is the group. And then for our Twitter, you can catch us at...
We're super active on social It's just The Music List.
The Music List PC.
Oh,
The Music List PC.
All right.
And We do have. I mean, we do tweet a lot. We just don't tweet to ourselves. So, which is one there maybe. So, but yeah, go ahead. If you tweet to us, we will tweet back. We promise you that we will. Or if you get to us on Facebook or Instagram, we'll also love to interact with you. If you have an idea for a podcast, let us know what that is. We do this for you guys. We want to be entertaining. So let us know if you have a list you'd like us to take on. And if we think we could do it justice, we would certainly be happy to do that. We want to thank you all for listening. Again, share, like, review, all those things. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks.
Oh.
To the left, everything you own in the box to the left, in the closet, that's my stuff, yeah, if I bought it, please don't touch, and keep talking that mess, that's fine, could you walk and talk at the same time?
Thanks for joining us on the Music List podcast. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.
She almost had it.